Hello everyone, welcome to this new episode of Beyond the Passport, this international student podcast. Today we are with Jeniffer. And Jeniffer, I'm so sorry, but I have to leave you your last name because it actually cost me to pronounce it.
Onyeiwu.
Onyeiwu.
Perfect.
Oh, beautiful.
That's perfect.
So shall I start again?
If you want.
But we are here with Jeniffer Onyeiwu.
Yeah. Watch him.
Well, this a little bit of context. I met Jeniffer at university.
Yes.
We are right now studying marketing. I'm studying marketing and communications.
Very nice.
And Jeniffer is studying marketing.
Yes.
You're doing a master in marketing.
Masters in marketing.
Beautiful. So, Jeniffer, I'm really nosy. I want to know everything about you.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
So, why you choose New Zealand? How you ended up here?
This is interesting because now I'm like, oh, I see this conversation. This is interesting because choosing New Zealand was actually not my choice.
Okay.
This was my parents' move.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So I did grow up here,
Okay.
but then we left for a while and
All right.
came back. And when we left, we were gone for like 5 years.
Okay.
And that was during a period when I was like a lot younger, between like 10 to 15. Then we came back here and I've traveled a lot.
Yes.
Lived in the States for a little bit, studied there, and kind of a lot of moving. So there is that sense of New Zealand is a home.
Yes.
Like I've grown up here for a bit, but there's also like, but a lot of other places are home for me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an interesting movement. So that's why I'm like, oh, okay, I see that.
Well, to be honest, when I met you, it was very confusing for me because definitely I felt a little bit of a British accent there.
I hear that.
But also the Kiwi accent there. And sometimes it's beautiful because you have a really interesting story behind you. You have a lot of traveling, but also you are kind of nurtured with a lot of knowledge that somehow people around you don't have.
Yeah, that's nice, yeah.
So how you see yourself compared with other people that are having international submersions around the world, but for you, someone that has really traveled around, how you see the world?
How do I see the world? For me, I see it as, and I know it sounds kind of silly, but to me, I always see it as home is where you find it to be.
Absolutely.
Because the concept of home can be, it's very flexible.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of places that I identify as home. There's a lot of places that I've had to spend and then kind of get used to and build a community, and then that became a home to me.
Yeah.
So when I think of who I am, I feel very, very international.
Yes.
My accent seems very, you can't also place that a lot of times.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I kind of see myself as I grew up here as well, but I grew up in other places. And for me, it's just, if you're putting in one word, I guess a little bit chameleon,
Which is good because somehow that gives us the possibility to adapt to another environment.
100%.
And I think this is fundamental when you are traveling or when you are thinking about to move to another country, because definitely there is a period of time between the transition where you really don't know if you are making the rough movement or not.
Oh my gosh.
And we need to talk about it, because sometimes you question yourself saying oh, damn, I don't know if I really want to do this. This is harder than actually I thought it was gonna be. And once you move out of your comfort zone, not only is growth what is gonna come, but it's the reward of being, I'm totally capable to do this.
Totally capable.
Yeah.
I love how you said it actually, because there is, it can never be mistaken when you do take that leap anywhere, that it's not, a lot of times it's not easy.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
not this was so, it's no, there was actually a lot of challenge with it, or you didn't know. Sometimes you're going to places that you don't know anybody. Sometimes you're going to places you might know a couple people, but you're still but I'm still navigating it. I'm still new. It's still new for me. So there's a lot of challenge with it. There's a lot of growth with that. And I think that if you at least are willing to keep your energy open, The amount of growing, I think in the end that typically ends up being quite positive can be really astounding. It can be really astounding. The things that you learn about yourself when you have to step out and step into a new environment, incredible.
Well, to be honest, there are studies that have been like done, and that actually people found that people who decide to move overseas, they like grow faster, and even like 5 or 10 years more. And they got more mature, they are able to make more decisions. And as you said before, you become a little bit like chameleonic, which is actually an advantage, because sometimes you need these skills in order to perform, I don't know, in either a job or in a live daily basis as well. So just swapping a little bit to another context. For my case, I struggle a lot with the language, you know, but in your case you didn't, because you like grow up in an English culture, so you spoke English since really little. But what was this factor that you like struggled with the most when you were younger, or even now that you're still like developing yourself and growing? Something that perhaps you like, I don't know, then you think, oh, okay, sometimes I'm not getting used to this, even though I'm a grown up now.
I think one thing that I've always found a little bit challenging, and I think now I'm getting it, but I think still I'm like, is actually knowing where, and I think you mentioned it before, knowing where. I have a thing of trying to figure out like where is the right place for me. It's not something that I feel like even now I've come up with an answer with.
Okay.
A lot of times I'm like, there's definitely a lot of things that are great and amazing about New Zealand as well, but there are other places I'm like, oh, okay, but in terms of work, could that be a better place, or could this thing? And it's a lot of back and forth in my mind.
Yes, I know what you mean. I think there's actually a syndrome that is the syndrome of like feel that you don't belong anywhere. And I think people who traveled develop that syndrome. And definitely, I relate to that. Because you travel around the world and you like go to so many places, so many nice places. You meet up with so many nice people that you like question yourself, like, oh, is like I'm in the right place? Or should I move to another place? I'm actually sitting down in the like proper place. I want to like get older here, or I just want to be better in another place, which is totally understandable. I think also once you grow, I think growing comes with a lot of questions as well. And sometimes you don't have the answer for that, like the answers for that, and it's totally normal. But I think somehow in that pathway, you start to recollect answer by answer. And that means that perhaps the place that you are at is the correct place.
And I think exactly, and I don't feel now, one thing that I'm starting to learn is I don't think there's any sort of right place. Sometimes it's just the right place at the right time. And how you make it right for you. And that sense of, and that kind of ties into sometimes when you do travel a lot and you do move a lot throughout your life, knowing who you are in a space can be challenging.
Absolutely.
Can be really, I feel like that's something that I've struggled with.
Oh, that's a tough one. Especially when you feel like you don't belong, it's very hard to like discover yourself because you become a friend of everybody, but nobody at the same time. And I think that's a feeling that I experienced while I was studying English, because you meet a lot of people there, and like my personality is very sparkly. I make friends very easily, and I attract that as well. But as they come, they go. And sometimes it's very frustrating because that means that everything is temporal, nothing is fixed, and sometimes that generates traumas as well.
It does. It does, and I think that sometimes gets not intentionally, but I think that doesn't get looked at enough because it's like, oh, well, you know, but you're doing this and you're going these places. Like, yeah, but I also feel, as you said, everything's very temporary, everything's very transient.
Yes.
So you're just like, but I don't ever feel like anything's fixed as well. And that can be, there is trauma to that. People can not see it as like a big thing, but I'm like, no, but I think it really impacts because your footing never feels solid.
Yes.
It never feels solid. So I think that sense of identity is a big one. It's especially when, you're encountering a lot of, okay, this is, as you said, as it comes, it goes, or you're here one time, but then next time you're going to be here, and next time maybe it's just...
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, it's hard to like place yourself.
It's very ambiguous because somehow once you reach the point of like tranquility, and you are like, okay, I have like, I don't know, in case like legal stuff is involved, like
sorted.
visas and everything, because we need to talk about it as well. In certain like extent is very hard to accomplish that.
Yeah.
And it takes time.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a lot of money as well. So of course, it's a lot of like trauma behind that as well, because some people, they need to save in order to apply for visas, in order to apply for scholarships, and even study as well. But in my case, I just decided to do a master because I want to move towards my residency, for instance. But in your case, you do a master here because you want a little bit of more like professional growth.
And I was thinking in terms of like, okay, this professional growth that I'm wanting to go for, not necessarily that I'm seeing it for New Zealand maybe. You know, I'm seeing it like could maybe be for other places, but I feel like I had to get that to maybe set up things that I don't have set up.
Absolutely.
But it leaves you like, well, I think that could be, because it's not, I feel like there was a handful of students, and sometimes I'll encounter them in our master program, that they just went straight from like bachelor's into masters and That wasn't like that for me. I did my bachelor's like, you know, because I'm 30 now. I did my bachelor's, like I graduated that in 2017 and then worked and did other things and did a bit of traveling and blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, but that's always been a conversation like, oh, okay, is it here for me? Is it maybe somewhere else? Or it's like, is this the right, maybe I could try. So then for this, to do this now, do this program was like, okay, at least it's putting me in a good position if I do, which a lot of times I do, want to move or find another home, that works for that sort of thing.
And I think learning a new thing never is going to be a bad thing.
True.
In my case, I was about to leave New Zealand when I actually met my partner. And it was funny because...
I love how that works.
I know.
That sort of stuff happens so
much. And it's absolutely, it is what it is. I think life sometimes speaks itself. And I saved a lot of money for my master, and I was between doing it in Europe or doing it here. And I met up this beautiful person, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, there is something here. And this actually aligns with what I want to do in my future, which also sometimes like destiny plays very funny. It's like way in life as well, because you can say like, oh, I want to be here, but sometimes it's life telling you like, no, you shouldn't be here. You actually shouldn't be here, and life is pulling you, dragging you to another place,
and you're not listening to it. You're kind of like, oh, but here I feel it's like,
as immigrants, we need to understand that as well, because some people satanize sometimes the fact that you leave one place or go back home, or leave one place, and start in another place from scratch. That's totally normal. And we need to stop actually satanize there. Because never is too late to restart.
I strongly believe that.
Absolutely.
I strongly believe that it's never like, because you get in your head and you feel like, oh, but I'm this age, or I should have done this or this. There's no timeline to things. It's what you determine.
So absolutely.
If you felt like, actually no, I wanted to discover this thing, or whether it's a want, whether it's a need. Sometimes it's like you couldn't. For many people there was no like option. You had to move for certain things. Whatever the motivation, there's like restarting, I'm like, is it even restarting? Or is it just turning another page?
Yeah, absolutely.
Starting something fresh.
And sometimes you plan something and you said like, oh yeah, I want to do this. And with this master, life is opening you more doors, either here or maybe in another place. And you are becoming a better person, a better professional, and you are growing in different ways and in a different place than you actually even imagine. But there is growth there. And that's where we actually are looking for. I think it's beautiful sometimes to catch up with different stories in life and how people are grateful about like being here or being in another place, meeting new people. And I think sometimes you just get friends out of the nowhere, totally unexpected. And that's nice as well.
Yeah.
And I think one of the beautiful things of being migrant in another country is that you encounter different stuff and you learn from different people as well, which is beautiful, is very enriching and is wonderful to listen to. Like, oh, you have traveled there, I want to go there, tell me what I can do, what I can go and eat. Exactly. And this is amazing as well. So definitely I think one of the things that I could say, and I never regret about it, is traveling, move to another country, learn new languages, and study.
Yeah. I really agree with that. I know it's not always the easiest thing. A lot of times it's not. This travel is accommodation. Come on. We're not saying that that's like something that's like, if you get, of course not. But if you have the opportunity to explore somewhere else, I feel like you must. I feel like you must. The amount that you learn about yourself, about other people, other cultures.
And things actually from other people that you don't want to replicate in yourself too.
Exactly. And you won't get that if you don't experience it. You don't have those conversations. And I think it's so important because you just, I just think about the things that I've learned from other people. I'm like, I can see how I could apply that for me, or tell me how you did that. And a lot of times it's when I was traveling.
Yes.
A lot of times, and a lot of times it's when I was sometimes traveling like alone.
Yes.
I'm in a place by myself and I'm just exploring and I have a conversation because I can sense the energy with this person is really open and great, and hopefully I'm open and great, and then we just connect on certain things. And you're like, I felt like I was a lost soul floating around and I connected with you. And this was the best experience I've had because of that. The amount that you learn from that is incredible.
Definitely. Oh, well, Jeniffer, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm pretty sure that you're going to have a bright future.
I appreciate that. I really hope that for myself, and I called that in, and I also called that in for yourself as well.
Thank you.
The energy that you have is incredible, and that will be what takes you really, really far in life.
Thank you very much. And let's get famous with this podcast.
Say less. Say less.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.